You walked in like a whisper loud. Every shadow leaned to bow.
See, if the enemy comes up against you, they can't keep. We need to take time and let us listen to it. The enemy can't cause us no problem because God has promised us to take care of us. Well, we get scared. We get scared and start running, looking for something else. All we have to do is just see where God is in the plan. Find out where God says. Because he's promised you to take care of us. And when we see that, then we're on the way. Let's go to the second verse. Yeah, America needs to take, in America, we need to take our time to hear the word. Maybe it does sound different or boring or whatever. But get the enemy out of your life. And you won't be boring to you because you learn something, you understand something. Don't let the enemy tell you it's boring. Let God tell you that you need. And he says, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. See what said it? Thou shalt be a blessing. And like in our life, he's going to be a blessing. What God has told Abram is going to be a blessing to the people and to your family and to everybody you're around because we're obedient to God. If we don't see the blessings, just go back and find out, what did I do wrong? Forgive me. Because if I'm not a blessing, it's because I have done something and walked away. Or I'm sitting here sleeping and going up and you done left me because I didn't follow you. Sleep, I'm following the enemy, and I didn't follow you. See, you talk about it. You look at it. You can't watch TV. If you want to, sometimes something good, and see on there every time that they have, is always telling you something that you need to have to take care of your problems. Some kind of medication or some kind of this. Is why? It's because it's healing in the Word of God. You don't need that stuff. All you need is God. See, the enemy cannot survive where God is. But because we have let the enemy in, we got to try to take the stuff that he kind of, teaches us with, or try to appease us with, so we can get by or live like we think we're. God didn't intend for us to be that way. Think about it. God don't intend for us to be dependent on what they call care or Medicaid, Kaiser or something to live or have help. No, it ain't God. It ain't God's way. All we have to do is trust him. But we say we do, we don't. You know why I say we don't? It's because you see the people in the line going to the doctor. You see the doctors, all this money that the doctors and things have, and how all the money, the equipment they buy in hospitals and stuff, is because people don't obey God. People are hungry. People are doing all this. We don't obey God. Mind all these things, because this is things that the enemy has to all have nothing to do with God. It's the enemy. And you think about it. Some people will say, well, I don't have to be sick because I'm this. You don't have to be sick. You just have to be able to see the blessing God has. And he says, and I will bless thee and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. See what he said? If you obey the will of God, all families of the earth will be blessed because we're obedient to the Lord. I mean, we don't really believe that. We think it's somebody else. We think our problem is because of our leaders or what we call our leaders. It ain't that. Our problem is because we don't obey God. They can't step in. God made the world and made everything in it. If you think that he's made something that's going to outdo him or have more power than him. But see, back in the beginning, Adam and Eve sinned because they obeyed the enemy. And after that, God gave us that over to the enemy by being obedient to him or doing what he said, because we have a choice. He won't take that choice away from us. If he take that choice away from us, we're not human. But he let us have that choice. And we don't understand that we don't have to follow that choice, the thing that the devil's trying to get us. We can follow God. And if we follow God's way, we will be blessed. And everybody else that the people do you wrong, then they'll be cursed. But if they're obedient to the will of God, they'll be blessed. Do we believe that? We'll follow them. We think it doesn't matter. People in America think it. They think that the government is going to interfere. They think that. Wow. All that will say is people will die. You said you would have so much mountains. You see, you know, God sent the children of Israel out of Egypt. We told them to get rid of all those people, going in the rock, build the Bible, we'll do the same thing with it, we'll see what you have some reputation. All those over here about. We want to do that. We want to do that. You know what? You have to understand. It's more difficult for us as black people to be more like the other people because God gave us a special blessing. We don't even understand what that blessing is. Black people, but yet, because we stand known to it, well, then it makes it more difficult for us to try to be like the other people. Because he's blessed us to be able to have joy and peace. It doesn't matter if all the stuff go all around. Get on the airplane, get into trouble, and don't you see that the other races are coming around your knee, want to be close to you, want you to pray for them. You don't believe that? I don't tell you to look for no trouble, but you find it. I've been where I've been. When they're in trouble, they'll come to me, tell me their trouble, and want me to pray for them. They ain't seen I was no Christian. They just know, think because you know who you are, that you were blessed with something that they don't have. But yet we don't believe it. We don't trust it. I said, we don't trust it. We think that somebody else is better than us. He said, well, no, I don't think that unless you do. And I'm not talking about each individual, but I'm talking about people of the race. Because the way we act, the things we do, it's different. When a person is really is looking at God and doing God's word, doing what God would have us do. I thank the Lord today. Well, see, I've lived, like I said, and I know sometimes people get tired of me here and talking. They've said this, but I'm 91. I know I've lived more than anybody. And I can remember from a child, it's been the same way. We always say that when we're trying to look over there. Well, see, ain't nobody. But nobody has anything that's even better than God. No matter what they say, it ain't better than God. God's good. God's mercy is good. Everything he has. And he said that everything he made is good. We have to learn how to do that and be obedient. And he said, Abram departed and the Lord had spoken unto him. And Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old. And he departed out of Haran. See, now back then, they lived longer than do now. He's 75 years old and still a young man, in our respect. What way, following what God said. Now, he took Lot along with him. I'm not sure whether the Lot was part of the family he told to get rid of, but yet Lot was there with him. And I noticed, as I read the word of God, we see Lot was his nephew, but yet the things that Lot did, Lot made some bad choices. We can find out that Lot made bad choices. More than anything. I'm saying this to say, that if God tells us to do something, you gotta be careful. Lord, what he said, Lord, he told us to do this and that. Now, how many of us are making? They are like, we have the number, we know, God has people who got a problem to take care of. We can hear from them. God, because they say, I fail. Don't think of this. This is not about because they're in the world. Not about time that we got to show. Because we can't nobody take away the thing God was understood. God didn't tell me to live to like 2025, big things will happen. When he obeyed him. You obey him, you reach this time in 25, you go to in 41, whatever. So it's because you went to it. Take all that comes to me. Everybody said, well, there's nothing wrong. I think, well, maybe you will. You go. Well, you see that change spell for God, like get back in the movie. I don't know. Check it out. I don't know what's happening. I'm 91, I know this. But 91, I'm going to take that. But I'm wrapped up in the things in the world. Yeah, I am going to do. I'm going to have to be. Tell the enemy to turn me. I'm going to the enemy to turn me. God will keep them to it unless you ask him. They acknowledge that God has spoken. I need to hold you first. There's no enemy. The enemy is not my head so much. But I know all I want to do is that. That's what God see by him. You see that, then you and Abel took Jared and his wife and Lot and brother. So we had a soul. They went for that intent. He was a bad came. Here. Now, one of the things I'm telling you, this school, people have lives. There's no word, you know, word. God, talk about how much people have. For all the lives. Stand with like the now, like all this back to be now. I say, you want to work with one, you get it for all. You can throw it in the house. Don't care about it. Why? You able to walk. You have to plan. This day, I did. We have all of them now. Well, this day, we ask people, we go over to see them. Because the same thing, spend all of the time with the same all the time, still, whatever, same with we don't need it. I'm not supposed to go out. On the David read it. At least what he said. You want to assure God, give you a burden. Understand what you need. You try to talk. You still with all that. Whatever God will be doing, I don't leave you. I'll take it. Every word. That you know, the table. They don't understand, you know, how much God. Well, he says, Lord, see when he said, Lord, please want to do. Why can say, Lord, I need to die. Lord, God. You know, you full of joy, you know with God, so with God. Know that you can be, you don't understand whatever the doctor says you're going to have, but by some people who need nothing to do, they just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Going on the Lord, you go to other things is always down the lot, you do feel you let it out, and you go to do something, you call it, and you get to let all of them in one, you like I think, well, then don't consult you. God on the thing you hold the you God. So here's the thing go out. What do you do? What they do? You be Jesus. You have to go in the fire. They do. You understand? Sometimes all understand all and all about and been war with the doctor. War out. Only you know what I'm saying? All everybody, I see God. Now, in America, yeah, all the people were not that man, my mother was trying to go home. If I go right there, they would kill me right there. They would, I can join them. They would be able to do something. We still reckon that man, one of the things we found out was that chief, people who said if you know the price being far, you definitely need to sign up for it. God will keep it. Not understand. We can see it's over. Understand. God want to understand these laws. We the people, when you stand there, we don't believe it. We belong to wherever we are. We don't really believe that. I think, well, I won't, I'll wrap it up all. We need to be, we should be, and you let God show you what you think about it. You think about it. You know what I'm saying? People all over, like, better than no. We did all over. Whatever, Building the White House, all of it. I got one friend, my wife, she did all the time. I was told to take the daughter. One friend in my house, like, literally, yeah, she goes to the side, and see, water, trim it, make it, and then, for the water, we do breakfast from that door. That's what we didn't develop. I heard it, my door, he said, son, start a problem. I was thinking, oh, what is it? There's a minimum that's coming on. I have got to be ready. You can't, oh, think about it. I don't know how to do it. But he said, hey, I'll see you. This is not, whatever about 10 minutes, I'm going to put you in the ball. You are, start, you will be, that's what I need now. Because this way, I mean, it's pretty. Now, you may have, okay, 8 hours, then you can take it is what it's back. He said, look, well, you understand? No way to go. You can't, you got to, you look, all of it, but that I think. All the day, you would push, get over. You start looking at it. You let it go. That's all.
Thank you.
Good. Mm-hmm.